You had a question about fresh air and breathing. Okay, what about it? I'm in favor of both. Fresh air is good. I think we should definitely breathe.
Okay.
I breathe almost every day.
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
No, go ahead, ask your question.
How to make the better condition when I live in town? Maybe you mentioned something about that. Maybe to plant more plants.
Exactly, yeah. In fact, maybe you weren't here. We talked about recently about how to improve your work experience, and specifically how to create a healthier environment at work. Well, the same thing applies at home. Maybe you weren't here, but there's a number of things. So commercial fabrics are treated with chemicals which off-gas into your environment. Get rid of them. Use organic, untreated fabrics. Use natural materials. Use solid wood. All of the furniture here is made with natural fibers, like this and this, or solid wood, like the furniture that you're sitting on. Okay? There's no particle board, there's no pressed wood products here. Those things are made with formaldehyde glues, which off-gas into the environment. Paints are toxic. Commercial paints, off-gas. If you can walk into a room where the paint is dry and smell the paint, you're taking in toxic, volatile, organic compounds which harm you.
What is paint?
Paint. The color on the wall is paint.
Oh, yes.
You brush it on.
Yeah.
Okay? Paint is, if you can smell it, it's harmful. Plastics and vinyls. Vinyl is especially toxic. You buy a new shower curtain, usually vinyl. Okay? You can smell it for a month or more. Don't bring that into your house. It's incredibly toxic to you. Okay? I don't know if you've noticed, your bathrooms do not have vinyl shower curtains. Okay? There are none of these toxins here. And it's more expensive this way. Now, there's one exception, actually, Kelly, and you're sitting on it. These chairs are made with some man-made fiber. And they're intended to be sitting outside around the pool, not inside the space. People keep bringing them in because they're comfortable, but they were never intended to be inside because they are off-gassing. All man-made materials do that. Okay? It's less of an issue. They've been here for a little while. You're in a space where there's plenty of air. It's open. It's not a closed room. Okay? But you would never want to bring something like this inside your house. You mentioned getting some. Keep them outside. Okay? They're in a house that's closed up much of the year, not a good idea. Okay? If you're using combustion appliances like hot water heaters and furnaces that burn fuels, you want to be sure they're properly vented to the outside. Otherwise, you have combustion exhaust gases building up inside your home. Okay, very toxic. You want to be wary of electromagnetic radiation. Okay, electromagnetic frequencies, which come from all appliances. But as I've said before, turn off your TV, your stereo, your computer when you're not using them, so they're not putting that stuff into your space. Okay, if you can, if you're building new, set up your house where you can turn off whole rooms when you're not using them, or turn off any circuits you don't need when you're not using them. It would be great to have a way to set it up where it was easy to do. You could just flip a switch and that room was off while you're in it, ideally, right? Your bedroom especially. You want to stay away from that stuff while you're asleep. What do you need anyway, right? What else? Well, mattresses are tricky. The best you can do is probably organic cotton. You can buy organic cotton futons. We don't have them here. They're incredibly expensive. They're not available in Costa Rica. It would cost a fortune to ship them here. I mean, literally, you pay for weight and volume. Shipping mattresses here would cost me thousands and thousands. I can't justify it. It's just too expensive. Now, fortunately, again, because our rooms are always open, right? Your windows are probably open all the time. It's not so much of an issue. It's much more of an issue in Croatia, where at least half the year your windows are closed because of cold weather, right? Now, in fact, wherever you live, I'd encourage you to sleep with your windows open all year long. regardless how cold it is. Make sure you have what you need in terms of blankets and comforters, but have fresh air all the time. Or, if you own your own home, you can invest in something called an air-to-air heat exchanger. And what it does is it allows fresh air in, but uses the outgoing conditioned air to condition the air coming in. So if it's summertime, it's cooling the air coming in. If it's wintertime, it's heating the air coming in, and you have fresh air all the time. Okay? Modern houses are especially bad because they're very tight in terms of airflow for heating and air conditioning costs, but that means we have stale, polluted air all the time. Bring plants into your space. Okay? House plants create oxygen and purify the air. In your bedroom, if you sleep with your bedroom door closed, house plants, most of them only produce oxygen during daylight hours, and they put out carbon dioxide just like we do at night. So if you're sleeping in a room full of plants at night and your window's not open, you're still better off most of the time because they're producing so much more oxygen during the day. It's less of an issue at night. But you do want to be aware of that. There are some plants, I think the snake plant never does that. It produces oxygen all the time. There's only a few that do that though. Okay? These are some of the basic things that you can do to ensure that you're breathing cleaner air. And this is